The MLS is back quarterfinals and some late Seattle sports news. It's great to be back. Hello, guys, and welcome to the Cowboy and the Hawk's Nest podcast. It's your host, Aaron. Today we'll be going over the MLS is back tournament quarterfinal games, the schedule for the final 3 games, and some Seattle sports news that I am late at announcing. So let's get right into it. The first MLS is back quarterfinal game, Philadelphia Union versus Sporting Kansas City. This ended in 3-1 for the Philadelphia Union winning, with Ramiro Montero scoring 1 goal, Sergio Santos scoring 2 goals and 1 assist, and the 19-year-old American Brandon Aronson with 1 assist. He's going to be a great asset for the United States national team. Watch out for him. And the guy who scored for Sporting Kansas City was Alan Pulido, and Johnny Russell assisted on that goal. This game had a great first half. Every single goal was scored in the first half. The second half got a little bit chippy, but not very eventful. But it was still a great game to watch. Next game, Orlando City SC versus LAFC. It was a tie in regulation, with Bradley Wright Phillips scoring for LAFC, with Diego Rossi assisting, and Nani scoring the 1 goal in regulation in the 90th minute. He also missed a penalty kick in regulation. In penalties, the score was 5-4 for Orlando City, with Jordan Harvey missing the only penalty kick in the shootout, and Nani scoring the last penalty kick. I'm not sure if you guys saw my tweet. I was feeling so good after this game that I tweeted at Latif Blessing, "How does revenge taste? Hashtag feeling better than Bob." For those of you who don't know, in the Western Conference Final last year with Seattle versus LAFC, Brian Schmelzer, in his post-game interview, said, "Well, I'm feeling a whole lot better than Bob is right now." And that became a meme. So that's where the hashtag comes from. Got to move LAFC down a peg because they can't get it done in knockout situations. Still. Suck it. Next game, we have San Jose versus Minnesota United. Minnesota absolutely exploded this game, scoring 4 goals to San Jose's 1. Robin Lode had 1 goal and assist. Ja'Cory Hayes scored a goal. Luis Amarilla scored a goal. Marlon Hairston scored a goal. And Husseini Dotson assisted on 2 of the goals for Minnesota United, with Magnus Eriksson scoring 1 penalty kick goal. For San Jose, with the Minnesota United versus Orlando City SC game in the semifinals, oh, that's going to be such a pleasure to watch. It's going to be so good. That game is going to be back and forth with offenses of plenty and relatively good defenses. And unfortunately, the last game, NYCFC versus the Portland Timbers. Portland scored 3 to NYCFC's 1, with Jesus Medina scoring 1 penalty kick goal for NYCFC and Andy Polo and Diego Valeri scoring a goal, and Sebastian Blanco with a goal and an assist. I was wrong with my prediction. It sucks. But Portland's not getting by Philadelphia. I know I said that about NYCFC, but Philadelphia is so much better of a team than NYCFC. They're hard-nosed. They can score easily. I think this one's going to be a 2-1 victory for Philadelphia. So what does that leave us with semifinal games? The first game, August 5th, tomorrow, at 5 p.m. Pacific time on FS1. The Philadelphia Union against the Portland Timbers. And Thursday, Orlando City SC versus Minnesota United FC at 5 p.m. Pacific time on ESPN2. And the final, to be determined, will be on August 11th at 5:30 p.m. Pacific time on ESPN. That's it for the MLS is back news. Now for the news that I am very, very late on. Seattle was allocated a National Hockey League team about a year or two ago. They have been renovating the Key Arena into the stupidest name of a arena in the history of naming arenas. Even worse than Smoothie King Arena in New Orleans. Seattle has Climate Pledge Arena. Really? Climate Pledge? Stop it. Anyway, that's not the issue. The news that I'm late on is that the name of the team has been announced. And for those of you who like the Pirates of the Caribbean and Clash of the Titans, I have 3 words for you, and I'd love for you to say it with me. Release the Kraken! That's right. Seattle's hockey team is the Seattle Kraken. You don't know how loud I was cheering as soon as I saw a tentacle go up the S that makes up the Seattle logo with a red eye. I was energetic as hell. I was so excited that I went on to releasethekrakenstore.com and I bought myself a Release the Kraken hockey puck. Oh, I'm so happy. I might have to renounce my Boston Bruin fanhood now to cheer for the Seattle Kraken. It's made me in such a great mood that I'm going to leave it off here. Thank you for listening to the Cowboy and the Hawk's Nest podcast. I'm your host, Aaron. Tune in pretty much every week for content on Seattle sports and the Dallas Cowboys. And as always, go Hawks. How about them Cowboys? And born in 1974, Sounders. And now we win like never before, Sounders. We love our boys in the famous green, the greatest team that you've ever seen, the Seattle Sounders, born in 74. And release the Kraken, bitches.